All right, so here's the former UFC flyweight champion, Brandon Moreno, and of course the night DC made his debut on the cans on the UFC telecast in 2016. This man made his UFC debut, and I think in the eyes of a lot of people he has overachieved, but certainly not in his own estimation. He knew he could be this guy.
I mean, he feels like that. It felt like Brandon Moreno was not going to get here. He wasn't going to be widely regarded as one of the best flyweights that we've seen. I mean, you got to call it what it is, right? There's Demetrius Johnson and everybody else, but then when you start thinking about that second tier, you think Davison Figueiredo, you think Brandon Moreno. You didn't know that this young kid from Mexico had that ability. His skill set has improved to the point that you can't talk about the division without him. He's been a tremendous story, and I've been so lucky to watch him. Let's see if he can add to that tonight as he steps back into the octagon.
And when in doubt, you may want to bet on the Mexican fighter, right? He is a Mexican savage. The heart was on full display against Kai Kara-France and throughout his UFC tenure thus far. Proudly repping the Anzacs, Australia and New Zealand. Here is City Kickboxing's UFC featherweight champion, Alexander Volkanovski. Draws rave reviews from past opponents, from his teammates. He is the ultimate competitor, and anybody who saw him compete in a rugby league setting at 214 pounds, I might add, knows just how committed this guy is to athletics and to realizing greatness in the UFC. He certainly did that against Max Holloway, but he's going to get everybody's best shot, and that continues in earnest here tonight as they all continue to chase down the Australian champion, Volkanovski. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC featherweight champion of the world, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon.
Good.
All right, early round action here as we get a look at the former UFC flyweight champion, the Assassin Baby, Brandon Moreno. His evolution has been marked. It has been incredible. It has been off the charts when you think about his time on The Ultimate Fighter to his time as UFC flyweight champion. The jab, the chokes, the finishing instincts. One of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the game, and he's ready to get back to it as he tries to ascend back to championship level status. All right, so a quiet pedestrian start to this fight, DC. Maybe too much respect on both sides. What do you see?
Too much respect, and you saw it in the build-up. They were hugging at the weigh-ins. It's almost like we're watching friends. You guys are here to fight. Get going. Start to implement the game plan that you've worked on over the course of the last 8 weeks of the fight camp.
Moreno getting tattooed by that stiff jab.
Another strike to the head land.
All right, so a nice connection there with the 1-2 for Alexander Volkanovski, the former rugby league standout. It's amazing to think not all that long ago this was a man who weighed 214.
I mean, that is massive. 214 pounds, fighting at featherweight now. Could you imagine the discipline that he had to show in order to get to this weight class? And do it pretty comfortably. He's not dying when he's walking to the scale. He's a pro's pro, and it's showing in his performances.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Alexander Volkanovski. Brandon Moreno with a nice 1-2 there. Moreno's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Under 2 minutes now to go round one. Made another left hand there. All right, so a good job defensively by him here as he raises the guard and prevents any damage.
Shades of James Toney. Always seeing things coming at him. He's such a great defensive fighter.
Moreno gets hit with that hook. He's got to be careful here. Well, he works his entire striking game off of that jab. Doubles up on the jab now. Nice punch there by the assassin baby, Brandon Moreno. Now some uppercuts.
He better move, John. He cannot take these uppercuts from this position.
Oh, man, the blood is flowing now. I know a lot of you like that, but he has got it. He's very close to the finish here.
Both landed.
Now some separation from his punch position.
He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and he heads back to the stool, and hopefully he can stay in this fight because that is a severe cut that he's dealing with right now. All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
Ready.
All right, round two. Well, if you are a young striker, you could do a lot worse than watching this guy work on the feet, perhaps trying to set up another hook here.
Yes, he is. He's definitely trying to set up another hook. You can tell by his eyes. He's sneaking looks at where he needs his opponent to be in order to land that shot.
Moreno's cut on his nose, manageable for a while, maybe not so much now. That thing is pouring blood. Back and forth we go.
Oh, he's in trouble.
And how much more can he take? Oh! Man, look at him load up on that right. Oh, he gets up. The question is for how long? All right, well, good news is he's hurt. Calf kick lands, and it is starting to bruise now.
Dude better check these kicks. He's not going to be able to fight too long if he doesn't.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, now these kicks are really starting to pile up since he found his range. This could be trouble. Nice punch by Volkanovski. Moreno's nose is unrecognizable. Oh! That'll do it! What a fight by Alexander Volkanovski.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, with that, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, Referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 36 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Alexander the Great Volkanovski!
All right, so the Volkman does it again. Alexander Volkanovski tonight by knockout. He said the first time he fought Max Holloway, he essentially beat him with competitive spirit and cardio. Now this dude is the total package.
He's the total package. I mean, I don't know many fighters that are better or can compete with Alexander Volkanovski. And he seems to be spreading himself from the pack more and more. Tonight it showed in that knockout.